There y'all go. There y'all go. They're missing the point, right? You guys immediately assume it's about money. It's not about money. It's about timing. What he's saying is, if you can't wait for me to do this thing in my timing as a leader, okay, then let you up and do it yourself then. The means so much for you to have it and not to get to the point where I want to give it, then give it to yourself. Yes, ma'am, boo boo, go ahead and do that. Right? Even if you want to give it to yourself and walk yourself down to the next dude, because I'm not ready, maybe he is. He said, if you want that, go get it for yourself. Otherwise, submit to my timing, submit to my leadership, submit to my wisdom of knowing when is the time and when is not the time. Maybe I got a surprise planned, right? Maybe I'm building up to something. But definitely, I don't want to be pushed. Okay? You cannot dictate this, right? Now, I want everything else y'all said about, hey, we can chip in together and, because it doesn't have to be about money. But what it does have to be about is who is setting the rhythm of the drumbeat for this relationship. And ma'am, if you want to be the drum major, yes, go buy your own stick. Go ahead, Devin. I'm done here.
Man, listen, that was fire. That was church right there. I don't know that buying the ring herself, although it is a good gesture, I don't think it's going to catch on because they tend to not like that stuff. They prefer to invest over time and not so much on the front end. Totally get that because we're going to be tradition, but you know what? S&M's been working out and the carrying over the threshold. You got to do your squats and you got to make sure your back is strong. So, ladies, if you are going to carry that man over the threshold and you're going to buy your own ring, make sure you've been hitting the gym and lift with your knees and not your back because that's gonna not end well.
Okay, so I just want to push back a little bit on what Jay said really quickly. And he said that it was all about timing, maybe in the real world, but that's not what May's story was. His story was like, I want to see if this is what she really wants to do. If she really wants to do it, then I need her intentions to be there because not that it wasn't his time, it wasn't on his time. He just wanted to see if she was willing to go do it, to see how serious she was about being married or getting married. So I just want to clarify that point. Now, in the real world, outside of Mace bubble, then in the real world, I can see a man say, no, it needs to be on my time. And if it's not on my time, let me be the lead and propose because ultimately you're saying it's your time to lead and propose versus, and if she's not willing to be on your time, and that's actually still being traditional. So you were traditional and agreeing without knowing that you was being traditional and agreeing. I support that.
Can I say one more little thing?
Okay, because I'm clapped back. Go ahead, say your little thing. Go ahead.
I saw you building up
Not
to it.
your
I was
little
like,
thing.
before we go so far. Oh. I don't think it has anything to do with timing. I think certain men love to make women bend. And I see more of that in kind of this dynamic. It's almost like a challenge to this whole independent leadership thing. Well, you want to be married? Well, buy your ring then. Not realizing that it literally goes against everything that masculinity and leadership and wanting someone to follow you. It literally goes against those things. And so I think we all get very well what Mase is saying. And I'm also wondering, what type of women are men dating that would even listen or validate this for him to think that it's actually factual? Again, Mase, we didn't ask for it. Again, just go ahead.
Okay. I'm just going to say this and I'm going to move on. Okay. So, yes, in the global sense, I'm saying it's a matter of timing. Even in Mace's sense, it's still a question of where's your value, right? Do you value being chosen or do you value being able to tell your girlfriends, I got a man, I got a ring? Right? If you value being chosen, then that goose girl sit there and wait for me to chew on the head until you eat your pie. Right? If the value is being chosen, if the value is being picked, or as Slim said, being caught by that predator or whatever, okay? Otherwise, if you want to look like you're desirable, then sprinkle some ketchup on you and lay down and get your own ring. Because that's what that looks like. That's what that looks like.